How to start a conversation with a woman at your work. I think that if you're struggling to begin that conversation in the first place, then probably you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to get it right. And I understand you've probably seen this woman a few times now, and you're like, oh my God, she's beautiful and I'd love to talk to her and I don't want to screw it up. But the problem is, like, you don't really know her, she doesn't know you, and putting all that pressure is actually going to make you more anxious, less present, which will make you less charismatic. So to be honest, man, I would just start small. Make an offhand comment of, hey, I've seen you around here a couple times. By the way, I'm Nick. How's your weekend? Or what did you end up doing for the holidays? And the point of the initial opener is just to kind of open the doorway to conversation. It's not to get it perfect, but to show her, I'm a normal person. I'm just trying to strike up a regular conversation and see if you want to engage. But a lot of guys say they're worried about even doing this because they don't want to seem creepy. Problem is, creepy is all a made up relative idea. It's nothing you can control. Imagine I walk up to two different women and I just said, hey, happy holidays. I've seen you around here before. What did you end up doing on break? If those two women are approached the same way, but one of them finds me immediately interesting or is in the right headspace or is open-minded to being approached, then she's going to generally receive that well. If not, if she doesn't find me attractive or she's in a bad mood or she thinks it's really weird for me to come talk to her, then nothing I'm going to do is going to change that and she's going to think it's creepy. So unless you're actually being really flirtatious off the bat with a woman or trying to like hit on her right when you go to talk to her, I think you shouldn't worry about, am I going to be creepy? That's not something you can control. And instead, I think when you start a conversation from something you actually feel in the moment, it could be making a comment about the environment. Hey, the music that they always got on here is really chill. I like it a lot. It's kind of nice and loungy. And just starting a little offhand comment, all she needs to know is, does this seem like a normal conversation? Does this guy seem non-threatening? And that's going to usually open the doorway if she wants to talk. So I know that's not the crazy, like, say this exact line to her thing, but I actually think if you're stressing out about it this much right now, then trying to obsess over the perfect line is only going to make that worse. For example, let's say you're both teachers at the same school. Then you could say, I don't know about you, but my students are eating each other alive today. What are your kids like this semester? Hey, I've seen you around. What do you teach? Or maybe you're in the break room and you say, wow, this coffee is surprisingly good. Really, I've been approaching women for 14 years. I've done it 20,000 plus times. I've calculated with myself and clients. Every line works. What matters more is, do you feel relaxed? Are you saying that in a really present state of mind? Or are you like trying to perform and sound a certain way? Because again, in those first few minutes, what she's going to perceive, or the first few seconds, is, does this guy feel sincere and not a threat? And okay, let me see where this goes. Obviously, you don't do it in the middle of her class, but you try to find a down moment in between her class, and that's where you just throw it out briefly. Hey, I'm new here. My name's Nick. How's your day going? If she seems really open and engaged, then great, read that body language, continue to talk to her and pursue it. If she's like nice but dismissive after like, hey, thanks so much, but actually I have to get ready for a class, then you say, no problem at all, I'll see you around, have a good day. And even though you'd be approaching her in the workplace, human nature wants a few things at its core: to breathe, to eat, to have water, and to have shelter, and to have intimacy. If a woman is, let's say, single and she has a break, most people would trade 2 minutes of their life to potentially meet someone that they could be with forever. And that's man or woman included. I've watched countless guys approach girls in every scenario possible that people say isn't possible. Out at the park, out at the gym, at a yoga class, at work. Hell, I had a client like a week and a half ago go to talk to a woman at a new store that opened. She was the only person working there. He said, hey, I love the fact that you guys got all this stuff from travels. I really like to travel a lot. They started sharing their experiences of where they went. And she actually pulled out her phone at work and showed him like where she likes to travel. They hit it off and he got her number. So my point I would say, man, is like, clearly you really want to talk to this woman and your only opportunity is at her work. Do it when she's less busy, but take the shot if you're interested, man. You'll never know. Even if it doesn't work out, the courage and exposure will build your confidence for the future. Now, if you want to meet women at work, just not your work, check out my video here on how to meet waitresses, baristas, and bartenders without bothering them.